Hey everyone! We had an amazing time last week exploring part of West Virginia. We visited a few spots at New River Gorge National Park, checked out a couple of beautiful state parks, and even went underground at the Beckley Exhibition coal mine. This week we are leaving West Virginia to go explore part of the Blue Ridge Parkway in Virginia. We spent the week at Utz Campground in the small town of Fancy Gap, Virginia. This is a small and quiet campground on top of a hill with some amazing views. It cost us $335 for 7 nights at a full hookup site. Bathrooms, showers, and laundry were available on site as well. We had a couple days of cold and rain at the beginning of the week, which was perfect for running errands and picking up a delicious pizza with garlic knots from the nearby Pit Stop Pasta and Grill in Fancy Gap. Once the rain let up, it was just a minute's drive from our campground to the Blue Ridge Parkway. The Blue Ridge Parkway is a 469-mile-long national park scenic road that connects Shenandoah National Park in Virginia to Great Smoky Mountains National Park in North Carolina. Construction of the parkway began in 1935 near Cumberland Knob, North Carolina. It was finished in 1987 with the completion of the Lynn Cove Viaduct at Grandfather Mountain in North Carolina. Blue Ridge Parkway, also known as America's Favorite Drive, is a slow-paced and relaxing drive that goes through the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains. The max speed limit on the road is 45 miles per hour. The parkway is known for its many mountain view overlooks and exhibits depicting life in Appalachia. It is the longest road planned as a single unit in the United States. There are 26 tunnels along the route, 25 of which are in North Carolina. 382 overlooks are scattered across the parkway. There are also recreational areas along the route, including campgrounds, picnicking areas, and hiking trails where drivers can get out of their car and stretch their legs. More than 4,000 acres of land along the Blue Ridge Parkway is leased to neighboring farmers who use the land for pasture and crops. The intent is to preserve traditional Appalachian farm scenes along the parkway. Crops such as cabbage, corn, oats, and hay are grown in these fields. We enjoyed driving this relaxing road and stopping at various overlooks and exhibits along the way. We were lucky enough that 2 of the most popular stops along this scenic drive were just 30 minutes in either direction from our parkway access point in Fancy Gap. Mabry Mill at milepost 176 may just be the most popular and picturesque stop along Blue Ridge Parkway. Ed Mabry built this mill in 1910, and here he and his wife Lizzie ground corn and sawed lumber until 1936. This historic stop includes the mill, the Mabry blacksmith shop, and the relocated Matthews Cabin. There are also small exhibits placed throughout, including an old whiskey still and various farm equipment. The mill includes 3 sections. The middle is a grist mill, with a sawmill and wood shop on either side. Samuel and Elizabeth Matthews built this cabin near Galax in 1869. In 1956, the cabin was donated to the National Park Service, who then carefully restored and moved the cabin to this site. During peak season, visitors can find live music performances at Mabry Mill, as well as craft demonstrations such as blacksmithing, weaving, and cornhusk doll making. Another popular spot along the parkway is the Blue Ridge Music Center. At milepost 213, this site is a monument to traditional American music. A small museum inside showcases instruments and the history of traditional music in Appalachia. Live music is played daily in the breezeway from noon to 3 p.m., and there are weekend concerts in the summer and fall. The Blue Ridge Music Center is closed for winter starting in early November and reopening in mid-April. Other stops we made along this stretch of the parkway include the Puckett Cabin and various overlooks and recreation areas. Orleen Puckett was born in North Carolina, and by age 16 she had married John Puckett. The two settled near Groundhog Mountain in Patrick County, Virginia. They later moved to the farm found in Carroll County along the parkway in 1875, where John Puckett built a 2-story log house. Orleen gave birth to 24 children starting in 1862. However, not a single one of her children survived more than a few days, possibly due to Rh hemolytic disease. Orleen Puckett first served as a midwife in 1889 for a neighbor, and soon began traveling around the region to deliver babies. Over time, she had delivered 1,000 babies, and never lost a mother or infant through her own fault. The Orleen Hawks Puckett Institute in Asheville, North Carolina, continues her legacy of care for child, parent, and family development. The Puckett Cabin is at milepost 189.1 in Southern Virginia and includes a wayside for visitors to learn about the midwife famous to this area. The Groundhog Mountain picnic area offers 28 picnic sites. Several styles of historic log fences can be observed here. The main draw is the Log Observation Tower, originally constructed in 1942 by the Virginia State Forest Service. The tower offers views of Buffalo Mountain and Rich Hill. There are several overlooks and picnic areas along the parkway. The Cumberland Knob Recreation Area near milepost 217 was the first to open on the scenic drive. Construction of the parkway began September 11, 1935, near Cumberland Knob, North Carolina. The Cumberland Knob Recreation Area opened less than 2 years later in 1937. In the 1940s, it was the most heavily used recreation area on the parkway, where many visitors stopped to picnic and walk along the trails. mile down the road from Cumberland Knob is the beautiful Fox Hunter's Paradise Overlook. We stopped at the Round Meadow Creek Overlook and Trail near milepost 179 to check out the half-mile 20-minute loop trail. The trail starts at the small parking lot and heads down to Round Meadow Creek before going back up the hill and under the Parkway Bridge. Rocky Knob Recreation Area at milepost 167 offers a visitor center, campground, picnic area, and 15 miles of hiking trails. We enjoyed our packed lunch while taking in the incredible view at this beautiful overlook. This was just a small part of the parkway that we were able to explore, but we look forward to visiting more of the Blue Ridge Parkway during our travels. Let us know in the comments what are your favorite stops on the Blue Ridge Parkway. We couldn't pass up on an opportunity to hop the border into North Carolina and try some of their famous barbecue. North Carolina is known for two types of barbecue: Eastern style, which uses the whole hog with a vinegar and pepper-based barbecue sauce, and Lexington style, which uses smoked pork shoulder along with a thin, tangy sauce made with vinegar and ketchup. We drove to nearby Mount Airy, North Carolina to try some Lexington style pork at Little Richard's Smokehouse Barbecue. Here we shared a 3-meat plate that came with pork, chicken, and sausage, as well as hush puppies and 2 sides. The sausage and hush puppies were delicious, while the chicken was a little dry. We found the pork to be pretty good, but the sauce wasn't our favorite. But overall, it wasn't bad, and we look forward to trying more barbecue here in North Carolina. Do you prefer Lexington or Eastern style North Carolina barbecue? Let us know in the comments below. Mount Airy is also the birthplace of actor Andy Griffith, and the town may be the inspiration for the fictional town of Mayberry in the Andy Griffith Show. Andy Griffith was born in Mount Airy in 1926. His childhood home is available for short-term rental. The Andy Griffith Museum contains a large collection of memorabilia. Mount Airy is also home to many Mayberry-themed places, such as Floyd's Barber Shop, the Mayberry Soda Fountain, Wally's Service Station, and the Old City Jail and Courthouse. Visitors to Mount Airy can also get a tour of the town in an old Mayberry squad car. Mount Airy holds an annual Mayberry Days during the last weekend of September. We had a great time this week exploring part of the Blue Ridge Parkway. This was a very relaxing and pretty drive, full of history and culture, and we can't wait to explore some more of America's favorite road. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we hope you will join us next week as we head back to Tennessee. This time we will be exploring Great Smoky Mountains National Park, so stay tuned. If you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss any of our adventures as we wander America. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.